Welcome to Bill Dance Saltwater. Great fun fishing that anyone can do. Yes, you can do this.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome to another saltwater fishing trip with Bill Dance. Now, Bill said it before, and he'll say it again. He absolutely loves to go tarpon fishing. The thrill of a solid 100-plus pounder exploding up out of the water is something you just have to experience once in your lifetime. There isn't anything quite like it. But there's another way to fish for these tremendous game fish that he's simply crazy about. And that's to fish the small tributaries of the Indian River Lagoon near Palm Bay, Florida. When you match the tackle to the size of the fish you're catching, it doesn't get any better than that. The thrill of the jump is still the same, whether they're 100 pounds or 30. I'm serious. It's so much fun and something you just gotta do. The fishing here along Florida's Space Coast is absolutely second to none. Offshore, inshore, freshwater, or brackish water, it doesn't matter, as there are over 500 species of fish found here, just waiting on fishermen to cast their lines while visiting the area. Then, add in all the things that there are to do in this area, like airboat rides and other great family-friendly activities, and you have a fantastic vacation area to visit with tons of things to do for everyone. But today, we've got some high-flying tarpon fishing on our minds. So what do you say? Let's climb aboard with Bill and Captain Peter Deeks and head up into a creek and see if these great friends and fishermen can find them.
I've really enjoyed doing this.
I'm glad.
I mean, I like catching big tarpon, you know. You say 100-pound tarpon, but just they'll wear you out, you know, 100-plus pound fish. And I've been fortunate to catch my share of them. But catching 15 to 30-pound baby tarpon.
Yeah, super cool.
On light tackle, I mean, good gracious.
Yeah.
I mean, it is really cool. It really is.
They're still a big fish, but they're
Yeah,
small
it's a
for
big
tarpon.
fish. Matching the size of the fish to the tackle. Tarpon. Coming up.
You might be jumping.
There it, oh, what a jump, boy.
Nice.
Coming up.
Good one, B-Paw. Perfect size.
Coming back around.
Another nice tarpon for the B-Paw. You okay?
Well, that was a big high jump there.
He's about to do it again, I think.
Yeah.
Let me put that down. See, we call these smaller tarpon, but they're still a big fish, you know?
Oh, yeah. Now, on this tackle, they're just
20 to 40 pound fish, but it's not going to wear you out too much. It's amazing. I'll switch sides with you real quick. How are those power poles, okay?
I think so. He's coming on across. I can't get across. Coming around.
Man, this fish is wearing you out.
He sure is.
Let me touch that leader here in a second. Count as a catch. He's right there. Left. Yeah. There he is. There he is. Nice. That is a perfect size right there. Look at that beautiful fish, like liquid silver, huh?
It is, like a big silver platter. Oh, I love to see him do that.
Never gets old.
Bill Dance Saltwater is sponsored in part by Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. Your adventure starts here. Quantum Rods and Reels. Quantum Performance Tuned. And by Mercury Marine. Go boldly.
Today's Conditions Log is brought to you by Mercury Marine. Go boldly.
Look at that beautiful fish, like liquid silver, huh?
It is, like a big silver platter. Oh, I love to see him do that.
Never gets old.
I can just feel that tail when he just pumps it.
Bumping that line.
They are so strong. We'll slide him up here to you. Getting you wet, isn't it?
Not ready yet.
Lift him up to you. Got him, buddy?
Look at that beautiful
It's a
fish.
handful.
Gorgeous. That gamakatsu right there in the nose,
Yes, sir.
that is a beautiful tarpon. People call them prehistoric, but they're
Here's
not.
what's so impressive. Look at the size of that eye. Boy, no wonder they can see so well. That eye right there is big as a silver dollar. I mean, big as a 50-cent piece.
So pretty, so silvery, so shiny, so strong.
Are they primarily nocturnal?
Yeah, they do a lot of their feeding at night.
Boy, and they can see well with that.
Mm-hmm.
And look at it, just like a big silver platter. Look at the size of those scales.
It's beautiful. 4-aught, gamakatsu.
That's a little bitty 4-aught hook. Look at the size of that hook. Wait a minute. Watch her. Look at that little bitty hook. Look at that. That little bitty hook. That big eye. Better to see you with. See ya. I remember one year we went way up the creek and we caught them like from, say, 2 to 8 pounds.
Yeah, that was super fun.
Oh yeah, it was, oh shoot, yeah, it was fun. Why does this year class tarpon prefer the small rivers versus the big river this time of year?
I think it's to get away from predators. In brackish water, there's always a lot more food, and the farther back you go into little creeks, the smaller the fish get. So if you're in the mouth of the bigger rivers, you're going to get your big fish. If you move back into the middle parts of the creeks, then you're going to get your mid-sized fish like we are now. And then you go to the very ends of them where the creeks are, you know, barely wide enough for a boat to slip through. That's where you're going to find your, we call micro coons, but they're tarpon that are in the 1 to 5 pound range. So they kind of stagger in size based on the size of the canals and creeks.
You did good there, PD.
Good job, Beepo.
Well, that's a little.
He's a little guy. Let's get him back in.
Toodaloo. Whoa. I love to see that. I love to see those jumps. Wow, look at that jump. Goodness gracious.
He's strong, ain't he?
Very strong. If you want the bogle grips, you can get him.
Yeah, just grab him if you want to hold the rod.
I got it.
You want me to I'll put your other rod in the rod holder.
I got it.
He's
Isn't
gorgeous.
that nice?
Absolutely gorgeous.
Today's show is brought to you in part by Mako boats, building legends for over 40 years. Gamakatsu, world's finest hooks. And by Bill Dance exclusive rods by Quantum. Today's show is sponsored in part by Berkeley. Catch more fish. Garmin, bite your fish, not your fish finder. And by Mystic Lubricants, lubrication domination.
Today's equipment log is brought to you in part by Gamakatsu, because the fish of a lifetime only comes once in a lifetime.
Oh,
Nice,
there you go.
Poon.
Oh, good jump. Another good jump.
Check it.
Get down.
Oh, he's off before he jumped off.
Did he?
Yeah. Exciting.
You know, when a tarpon comes to the surface, it takes in air. How long before that tarpon will come to the surface again? How long can he hold that?
So a tarpon breathes air. They have a,
Right.
It's called a physostomous swim bladder. So the air pocket that they have inside of their body that keeps them neutral buoyant in the water, like all fish. Theirs has little cells, like a lung, that can absorb oxygen from the air. So they have gills, but they also can use their swim bladder like a lung. So you'll see them back in these areas that have very low oxygen. You'll see them rolling and gulping air. And it's just like a dolphin or a porpoise. They're coming up, taking a breath of air, it's going down their swim bladder, and then they'll breathe it out. So you can track the tarpon in the water, and it's fun, because even if you're not getting bites, you know they're around, because you see them breathing air. And you can also follow their bubbles, because they're releasing air as they swim along.
You hook a nose through the nose, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah, with tarpon, they're chasing fish. So we hook them right in the nose like that, because the tarpon's going to chase that mullet. If you hooked him in the tail and he chases it, he'd get the line in his face, and he wouldn't eat your bait. So this way, he's not seeing your line when he comes up to strike it.
They've got tremendous eyesight, don't they?
Huge eyes.
Okay, what we're using today, we're using Quantum Smoke reels. This is a 30 size reel. It's got a 6.3 to 1 gear ratio. And we're using 6 foot, 10 inch smoke rods. They've got a tremendous amount of backbone, a sensitive tip. We use these rods, and we've caught 40 plus inch snook on them. They're surprisingly lightweight, but extremely strong. The reels are spooled with Berkeley's new X9 braid. Now this braid is very unique. It's a 9-strand braid using 100% polyethylene fibers, and it's designed for optimal strength and casting distance. It's extremely smooth for long and wide cast. And the color we're using today is a low-vis green. We've got everything working in our favor. We got a great hook. What are we using? 4/0, 3/0?
Yeah, we're using 3 and 4/0.
Now this is a 3/0, isn't it?
It is.
The tarpon I caught was on a 4/0, wasn't it?
That last one, yep.
Boy, they're fun on light tackle. Good gracious, they're fun on light tackle.
Yeah, baby.
Woohoo! Can't catch him. He's coming up.
Look at that.
A couple years ago, we were fishing closer to the river, and they were running 15 to 30 pounds.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, they're kind of segregated on size.
Yeah.
Oh, do you see that, how that graphic jump?
It's beautiful.
Woo!
Good.
He don't know what he wants to do.
Oh, nice.
I'm gonna bring him into you. Is that not fun? Is that not fun? Look at that shiny, it's like just silver, boy. I'd fish all day for that one. The action, the jump, the fight. Goodness gracious.
It's super
That was
exciting.
that was a great fight.
It was.
I mean, that was
fantastic.
that was a great fight.
It's a small tarpon, but it's a big fish.
Oh, you bet it's a big fish. It's a monster fish on this stuff.
The Bill Dance Question and Answer of the Week is brought to you by Bill Dance Exclusive Rods by Quantum. Whether you're fishing for panfish, bass, catfish, or light saltwater, we have an action for you. Available at Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's.
It's a new conventional braid using 9 100% polyethylene fibers. It's built to be smooth, quiet, and cast so easily. The 9 strands are woven together for strength, and this product is ideal for pitching, flipping, or casting, and available from 8 to 100 pound test. And it's a small diameter braid. Hey, an impressive line you're really gonna like.
Today's show is sponsored in part by Millennium Marine, a new class of comfort, and by Finn Nor, legendary tackle since 1933. Closed captioning provided by the Bill Dance Store. Check us out online.
Today's product tip is brought to you by Garmin GPS Map Series Chart Plotter Sonar Combos. With advanced sonar technology like Chirp and exclusive Panoptix all-seeing sonar, you'll spend less time finding your fish.
I do a lot of bass and crappie fishing in the flooded timbered areas, and my 9.9 Mercury on my 14-foot Trekker John boat is perfect for idling down. What this does, it allows me to maneuver around standing timber and cover, and it enables me to get exactly where I want to go very quietly. I simply love it, and it's a perfect outboard for me in those sometimes hard to get to spots.
Come be a part of Bill Dance Digital. Join us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Follow us.
I got one on, there he is. Golly doggone it. Dadgummit. Did you see that jump? Woo! You know, these fish, their will to live is just absolutely unbelievable. I mean, this is so much fun.
No, I'm on. Under.
Huh?
Oh, going back, going to the right.
He's going back to the right. There he goes. Hadn't done his typical jump, has he?
He hasn't. Look at him out there. It's a good one.
Yeah, he is a good one. Now let me see your great angling tactics to keep him out of the brush. Oh, there he is.
Nelly.
There he is. He showed himself.
Hey, why don't you pull up them power poles? We'll move up to him if you don't mind. He's way up there in the cover now.
All right, I'm lifting him up. That fish is giving you all you want and then some.
And then some, B-po.
That tarpon's a lot bigger than little.
He never jumped. That's why he's so...
That's what I couldn't get over.
He's got so much energy because he never jumped. That knocks him out a little bit. Knocks some strength out of him when they jump like that. Can you see him there in the water? Check that guy out. Shiny.
You see where the hook is?
No.
He's a dandy.
He's a good one.
There he is. Look at that big fish. Easy.
Check out that beautiful creature God created right there. Look at that thing.
Oh, what a beautiful fish.
Beautiful, huh?
Yeah, he's over 30.
Look at that beautiful so pretty.
Yep. Look at the size of that one. Ooh wee. How light is that 4 carver?
25. I got the hook out. Oh, look at that beautiful fish. All right, let's get her. Let's set her free.
Yeah, that's great.
Awesome, Bill. What a privilege and honor it is to catch these fish with you.
Well, I'm telling you what, it's an honor and a privilege for me to be with you and see you catch them. You really worked that fish.
Well, there you have it. There's no question that Bill and Peter are having so much fun out on the water. It's just a shame that our allotted showtime for today has run out. But that doesn't mean the guys have to stop fishing. As the saying goes, you can't ever have too much fun. And Bill and Peter certainly proved that today. If you ever have the opportunity to fish here near Palm Bay, Florida, along Florida's Space Coast, you might want to get in touch with Bill's great friend and expert guide, Captain Peter Deeks of Peter Deeks Outdoors. You won't be disappointed. Thanks for joining us today. And remember, this is something you can do. Yes, you can do this.
We hope you've enjoyed Bill Dance Saltwater and learned that you can do this. Please join us right here again next week.